So first thing I do is I take some raisins. I've used black raisins in this case. And I usually do because I like the way that they offset the other colors. And it's been soaking in boiling water for about 20 minutes. And I'm just going to drain them and set them aside. So I'm draining and rinsing the chickpeas because everything else can just go right on top of them. But I want to let them drain a few minutes. So I have 2 tablespoons of raisins and 1 can of garbanzos. And then I make the dressing, which I can make in this little bowl because there really isn't a lot of ingredients in it. So 1 tablespoon of olive oil and half a lemon. Always whisk the lemon and the oil together before I add the vinegar, and it's almost at the end. So just half a tablespoon of that. And I'm just ready to add some yogurt. Well, I'm putting in 1.5 tablespoons. If you make the whole recipe, it's 3 tablespoons. So that's the dressing. So now I'm ready with my dressing and my chickpeas and my raisins. I'm sorry, I'm going to add my spices to it also. In the original recipe, it's 1/2 teaspoon of everything, and I'm using 1/4 of everything. Coriander, found out I have 2 corianders in my pantry, turmeric, and black pepper, and salt, along with the cumin. Approximately. These were on sale. The recipe would call for 1 pepper, but I just cut up what I thought would be equivalent to about a pepper or a good counter to the garbanzos, a good amount. So that's what I ended up with, and that's going to go in with everything else. And then I had all these left over from that bag. So maybe I'll make something else with peppers later. 2 scallions in the original recipes. This is 1. I chopped it up in advance. Just combine that. And then garlic and ginger. So the recipe calls for 1 or more cloves of garlic. I'm going to see. So I keep my ginger, unless I bought it fresh and I'm going to use it just then, right in the freezer because otherwise it goes moldy. And I took this out ahead of time, and it's defrosted, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to prepare it like I typically would, which would be to use my grater. So this is the standard recipe, and I'm just going to mix it up now. So I don't add mint to this. And here's our dressing. It looks like it's about the right amount for this amount of solids. The raisins, but just for a moment. I'm going to put some in. And another option, tomato. The original recipe calls for tomato, but I'm going to add a little honey. That's not in the recipe, I don't think.